All right, friends, welcome to Monday. How we doing today? I am flying solo because we had scheduling conflicts. My bad. So Matthew has some things he needs to do, and I'm here, so you only have me today, but Matthew will be back on Wednesday. Don't you worry. Hello, my friends. Welcome. Good morning. Hi, Golden Design Love. Hello. A girl from Hills. Good morning. Hi, everyone. Where are you tuning in from this morning? I know we usually have a lot of people from New York, California, international. Super fun. So this morning, I have several questions from last week that I want to try to hit. Post your questions in the comments and I will try to answer them as best I can today. Let's talk about the hardest thing that people learn in nursing school. That was a common question from last week. What to do if your nursing school is toxic. That'll be a good topic. Atlanta. Hello. New York. Hello. Good morning. Romania. That is fabulous. Hello, YouTube. Where are you tuning in from this morning on YouTube? Hey, you guys, I want to mention that any of the live videos that we do, these Ask Me Anythings, they are posted on YouTube. So you can watch all the previous ones. If you ever missed one, we've got a bunch because we like going live here and talking to you. San Antonio, good morning, Heather. Hamza, hello. I am doing fabulous, except I really wish it would stop snowing here. We got another couple inches over the weekend, and I feel like I've been complaining about snow for a long time. Everyone at church yesterday was just talking about how crazy it is that this winter has been lasting so long, and it started early too. So our winter started in October, where it snowed and then it didn't go away. Usually in October it snows, but it goes away. October it snowed, didn't go away, and then now it's almost April, and there is still, you guys, seriously, we probably have 2 feet of snow outside still. It's crazy. Some of the drifts are up to 4 feet. It's it's baffling to me. There is so much snow. Man. Okay. Microbiology is hard. That's funny. Yes, that is, Oh, Heather, you have your micro final today. Congratulations. So tell Paul how you're studying for it. I actually really liked microbiology. I also really liked chemistry. Anaya. Is that a... Okay, you guys, sometimes I can't tell I's versus L's. I know that's silly, but on the text is so small, and you guys, I need new glasses. Hello. Okay. Yep, so post your questions in the comments, and I will try to hit as many as I can. So, let's first talk about what the hardest thing about nursing school is, okay? What do you guys think? What's the hardest thing about nursing school for you? Here's the thing, because it's going to be different for everyone. So, I'll tell you a story. My best friend in nursing school, her name was Kelly, and she was fabulous at skills. She did everything skills just perfectly. She was amazing at clinical. She really liked the hands-on stuff. Loved it. She was so good with patients. You guys, if you ever want a nurse, if you need a nurse, Kelly is your one. Or get someone like Kelly, because she's the quintessential perfect nurse. Amazing bedside manner. It's just, she's fabulous. Me, on the other hand, I failed every single skills checkoff the first time. Every single one. And I'm just no good at skills, you guys. No good. I was not the one who should be going in to do the IV starts all the time. I'm not the one who should be doing the cathers. Not me. Wound care, not my thing. No. Here's the thing. It's so funny because Kelly was a rock star at clinical. She knew what she was doing, man. I was my brain just doesn't really like connect things in that way. I was able to read the textbook or sit in lecture class and I could actually understand what the instructor was talking about during class. Very unusual, but that's how I learned best. And so it's so interesting that everyone learns in a different way. So when you ask the question of what is the hardest part of nursing school, for me, the hardest part was like skills, clinical. It was hard for me to find my groove at clinical. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you guys like find that when you're, especially when you're like switching back and forth between clinical sites where you're like at this hospital for this term, but then you're in, a pediatrics rotation for this term, and like you're switching back and forth. I had a very hard time like finding the rhythm, like finding my routine at clinical. Whereas Kelly was just a super rock star at all of it. And so it's going to be unique to you. For really, like, so much of nursing school is going to push you outside your comfort zone. Let that be the case, okay? Nursing school is supposed to push you outside your comfort zone. It's supposed to cause you to grow, right? The thing is that so often we're like resisting that growth. Like, we don't want to learn new things. We don't want to be uncomfortable. We don't want to have things be hard or challenging, right? But that's the point. That is the point, okay? So make sure that you are really taking those opportunities to push yourself outside your comfort zone and do the things that are more challenging for you, the things that are more difficult for you. So for me, that was skills. Oh, didn't like skills. Who else is with me? Does anyone on here just, skills are not your thing? Anyone? Just me? Asking for a friend. Okay. It's just here's the key thing to remember. Your strength might be someone else's weakness, and someone else's strength might be your weakness. We all have different strengths and weaknesses, and we cannot compare ourselves to other people. So when you ask me what part of nursing school is the hardest, it depends. Okay, it depends. Skills is not your thing, huh, Mark or Joe's? Mona, yes, I started skills in clinical in April and I'm scared. Don't be scared, Heather. Just like I just said, like, let it push you outside your comfort zone. It certainly pushed me outside my comfort zone. Like, you're never going to forget your first IV start or the first catheter you pull out. Never going to forget that. First blood transfusion, mine. Seriously, it's just, it's all different. And Heather, you might find that clinical and skills is your jam, just like Kelly did in my nursing class. Your strength might be someone else's weakness. Don't let, like, me on here saying that I had a really hard time with skills, like, don't let that deter you, right? That's what I'm saying. So everyone is different. How you learn might not be how someone else learns, and how someone else learns might not be how you learn, right? So it's very important that we just allow that to be the case. So often we compare ourselves to other students in our class, right? Like, we want to study the way that they're studying. We want to, like, do the things that they're doing. If it's working for them, if someone else is getting a really good grade on their exams, like really good grade, right? We oftentimes want to study just how they're studying. Sometimes that's not helpful because so often we are not in the same like learning style. We don't think the same way. Just like Kelly, just like what I was saying, Kelly from my class, she she really was a rock star at clinical. She really was a rock star at skills. But then I come in and I'm like flailing around, sweating through my gloves. Man, not my thing. Seriously. So in lecture class, though, that's where I really thrived. Like, I was really able to learn things quickly. And so we paired up together. Like, she was my best friend in nursing school. We studied all the time together. She would help me. I would help her. It was a perfect balance. It's fabulous. So you have to know what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and perhaps find someone that fills those gaps. Okay? Hey, if you're a Nursing SS member, I know we have several of you guys on here. Make sure that you jump on the tutor hours or a tutor forum. If you have any questions, We're here for you. So you have access to our nursing tutors. Nicole will be on tonight, Monday, and Thursday this week. So if you have any questions, jump on the tutor hour. We're here to answer your questions. And then anytime you can just submit a tutor form to us and we will help you out. We're here to answer your questions. And here's the thing, you guys. The real big problem about nursing school is that so often you'll look at things online or YouTube videos or textbooks or go sit in lecture class, and they will give you a itemized list of things that you need to memorize. But that is not helpful. Your exams are not going to test you on how well you memorize stuff, right? They're not going to test you on how well you memorize stuff. They're going to test you on how well you critically think about it. Okay, that's exactly what we walk you through inside the Nursing SOS membership community. You probably see like a bunch of study guides or a bunch of like stuff out there, courses and all that. You guys have to watch for this. Are they just giving you a list of things to memorize, or are they actually walking you through why those things happen? Why the signs and symptoms happen? Why do we do the nursing assessments the way we do them? Why do we do the nursing interventions the way we do them? This is the key. Okay, it's all about critical thinking, especially on the NGN. Who's going to take the NGN? Everyone, probably, unless you're taking the NCLEX this week. Who is going to be taking the next gen NCLEX? Raise your hand or throw up your favorite emoji. I think most of you. But we did have some people on last week who were taking it like last week or this week. So who is taking the NGN? It is so important that you understand critical thinking, that you understand the why behind everything. So you guys, I'm like, here's the thing. Like, you can totally buy study guides off Etsy. That's totally fine. You can totally buy whatever course you want to help you out with nursing school. But here's what I really want you to be paying attention to. Just know, like, keep it in the back of your mind that it's going to just be a list of things for you to memorize. You have to still figure out the critical thinking yourself. Like, it's great if someone else gives you a study guide or whatever. That's fabulous. But just use it as a list and you have to do the critical thinking yourself. But that's not how we do it inside the Nursing SOS membership community. We actually walk you through the critical thinking behind everything. In all of our study guides, all our videos, at the tutor hours, on the tutor form, like, we walk you through it so you don't have to figure it out yourself. But that's the key, okay? So remember that. Critical thinking is everything. When you're looking at your textbook, when you're sitting in lecture class, just keep in mind, all right, that they're giving you a list of things that you have to memorize, but that's not how you're going to pass your exam. The key to passing your exam is you actually understand what is happening with those topics. What is the pathophysiology? How does it connect to the signs and symptoms? Why do the signs and symptoms happen? Why do we do those nursing assessments in the way that we do them? Why do we do the nursing interventions in the way that we do them? These are all very important questions that you need to be able to answer before you walk into your exams. All right, that is so, so important. We call this the 4 core method, and we teach it inside our Nursing SOS membership community. And just wait, you guys, we have some amazing resources coming for you this week. If you are a Nursing SOS member, we talked about it last week. I cannot believe it's finally here. We've been working on this for months. So I am so, so excited to finally release it to you, our members first. And then if you are not a member, you will hear about it later. But members will get access to this new, fabulous, amazing resource this week that walks you through several study frameworks to help you pass your exams, to help you learn things faster, to help you save time studying. Because that's really the problem, you guys, is that it's not about memorization. Like, the old way of studying does not work. Like, how you studied in microbiology, how you studied in anatomy and physiology, it's not going to work in nursing school. You know this, right? You sit in a nursing school class that's like, oh, okay, great. And then you go take your nursing school exam. It's totally different. You have to critically think. That's the key. And that's exactly what we teach inside the community. Right? We walk you through the critical thinking behind everything. You do not have to figure it out yourself. Oh, I should mention that enrollment is open this week, but this week only. Enrollment's only open this week, so make sure that you join now. The link is in my bio on Instagram. Make sure that you join. because you do not want to miss out. Like I said, we have so much stuff coming for you to help you learn things faster, retain the information better. Like, you don't want to just forget something after you learn it. No. That's not what we do, right? We're walking you through the critical thinking behind it so that you can actually remember it for your final, for the NCLEX. You guys, this is the way to do it. How you were studying in anatomy and physiology, if you feel like you are struggling with studying right now, there's a better way. I promise you, there's a better way, and we're going to walk you through it inside the community. Okay, so I've seen a lot of, hi Muskin, hello. You've asked a lot of fabulous questions, and I have been kind of keeping track of them in my mind. You asked about some skills, fluid calculation, Dosecalc. Let me scroll up. I think you asked myasthenia gravis, neuromuscular disease. Oh, yeah, thanks, Mona. Nice. Explain the 9 rule. Are you saying rule of 9s for burns? Okay, so those are all fabulous questions, all of which we answer inside the Nursing SOS membership community. So you guys, here's how this works. When you join, you log into your dashboard. There's going to be you'll see all the courses: cardiac, respiratory, renal, GI, neurological course, pediatrics, labor and delivery, mental health, critical care. What did I miss? There's a ton. Fundamentals, Dosecalc, care plans. You'll see all those courses in there. Click on those, the ones that you need, that have the topics you need. So if you're studying like heart failure, you'll click on the cardiac course. If you're studying, I don't know, stroke, or what was the other one? I was trying to find an actual, Dosecalc, right? We have a whole fluid and electrolytes course. We have a whole Dosecalc course. So, Muskin, when you get into the community, all of those videos are there for you. We walk you through step by step all the questions you're asking. Man, especially fluids and electrolytes and Dosecalc, those are the most recent questions you asked. Our fluid and electrolytes course is amazing. Like, students talk about it all the time. It's completely insane. Okay, here's the thing, you guys. Little bit of a soapbox here. There is a very big difference between being a good nurse and being able to teach nursing. Okay? So often, when you're on Instagram, when you're on YouTube, when you're sitting in lecture class, like, the instructors or the nurses out there that are teaching you stuff, they're great nurses. But can they actually teach it in a way that you understand? It's very different. 2 very different skill sets. All right? Being a good nurse does not necessarily mean that you can teach it well. And so that is what we are so good at. Like, we don't just hire any nurse here on our team. We hire nurses who can actually teach nursing so that you can understand it. That's the point. All right? So when you get into our community, when you look at a study guide, when you watch one of our videos inside the community, when you attend one of the tutor hours, because you get tutoring inside the community, we walk you through step by step everything you have to know. That fluid and electrolytes course, that Dosecalc course, the cardiac, renal, respiratory, the neuro course, all of it. We teach it so well so you can actually understand it. You don't want to waste time studying, right? You don't want to spend all day 24/7 studying all term. That's not helpful for you. That's not helpful for you. We are here to teach it to you so you can learn it faster, all right? That's the point. Awesome. Yes, Heather, good luck to you. You're going to do fabulous. Okay, next question I want to hit. How to mentally prepare for a second program when you failed out of your first program. Okay, so this is a very common question that we get, especially on these Ask Me Anything shows, is because it happens a lot. You guys, I really don't want this to happen to you. So our Nursing SOS members rarely fail out of a term. They just don't, because we're here to help you. Like, you have all the resources that you have. So here, when we get on the Ask Me Anythings, or oftentimes people will DM us on Instagram, they'll email me and they'll say, Christina, I didn't join the community and now I failed out. It's a very common question. So friend, I do not want that to be you. Okay? Join the community. The link is in my bio on Instagram. I think Matthew has it in the description on YouTube. Can someone double check that and maybe even post it in the chat, please? Because yeah, Matthew's not here to type. I'm not gonna type. But yes, the link is in my bio on Instagram. So the thing is, you got to be proactive. Like, I can give you all the things, but you actually have to do the work, right? Like, you actually have to go all in on yourself. You have to make that decision for yourself. Like, I'm gonna go all in on becoming an amazing nurse. Like, that's a decision you have to make. Like, we've created all the resources for you inside the community, but you have to make that decision that you're going to go all in and actually do it, right? So definitely check out the link in my bio, because I do not want you to fail out of your term. Be proactive, okay? Get the help you need now before you get in a tricky, sticky spot. Happens all the time. All right, so how to mentally prepare for a second program when you failed out of your first program. Here's what I want to say about this. So often students fail out of a term and then they get into another term, and what your brain is going to tell you is your brain is going to tell you that you're going to fail again. Highly, highly, highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely. Like, it just doesn't even happen. And here's why. Because you already know so much of the content. When you go into the term the second time, you already know like half of it. So all you have to do is just learn the next half. That's it. So that's not even something that I would ever even be concerned about. Like, what you really should be saying if you have to retake a term is like, this is going to be so great. Like, it's going to be so easy. I've got this. Like, that's really what you should be telling yourself, right? Because you already know half of it. Like, what was your grade the last time when you failed out? Did you get like a 75? So you know 75% of the content. Now you just need to know the other 25, right? You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Nod your head yes. So it's kind of this weird thing that our brains do, right? It's the craziest thing. Like, our brains want to tell ourselves all the time that we're so dumb and that we don't know anything and that we're just gonna fail. Like, does your brain do this too? Like, mine totally does. It's just the ways of the world, man. We live in a fallen world. That's how it is. So it's very, very important that you kind of change that around, because when you go into your next term, you cannot be telling yourself that it's super hard and challenging and that you're never going to pass. Because if you do that, then you're going to be a lot less likely to study. You're not going to be super motivated or like diligent even. It's going to be very hard to overcome that. So if you failed out of a term and you are retaking it, don't you worry, my friend. Like, very unlikely that you would fail out again. It's just what we see all the time. Like, it's pretty amazing how we tell ourselves, like, we can't do it. It happens all the time. So just keep that in the back of your mind. If you ever have to retake a term, just know that you're going to do awesome that second time. Okay? All right, I kind of hit on dosage calculations a little bit. I can talk about it more. What we have inside the community is a 6-step process that allows you to get any Dosecalc question right every time. Like, genuinely. Like, if you are struggling with Dosecalc, you don't have to be struggling with Dosecalc, because we teach it step by step so that you can get every single question right every single time. That course is inside the Nursing SOS membership community. If you are just feeling like you don't understand how to do titrations or heparin or insulin or PO meds or IV or whatever, we teach all of it. Carb counting. We teach all of it inside the community, and we have tons of practice problems for you. Like I said earlier, you get access to the tutor forum, you get access to the tutor hour, so that you understand, like, you can walk through with a nurse any of your questions. If your instructor gives you a question, like a Dosecalc question that you don't understand, great. Submit it in a tutor forum and we will walk you through it. Jump on a tutor hour, we will walk you through it. That's what we're here for. That's exactly what we do inside the community. We're here to hold your hand through nursing school, so you are not alone. You do not have to figure anything out yourself. We are here to walk you through all of it. So all of that's inside the community. The link is in my bio for you to check that out. How to prepare for nursing school. Who is in nursing school right now? Actually, I want to flip that question around. Who is not in nursing school right now? Who is waiting to start nursing school right now? Raise your hand or put up your favorite emoji. My favorite emoji is the turtle emoji. So who is about to start nursing school or going to start nursing school, not quite starting nursing school? Really, the biggest thing for starting nursing school that you have to focus on is Dosecalc. And here's why. When you get accepted in nursing school, when you start nursing school, even you guys in when you start your med-surg term or you start a new term in nursing school, you're going to have a Dosecalc exam within the first 2 weeks of the term. You have to pass it in order to stay in your program. Your program is not different from any other program. They're all the same. Okay? This is like an accreditation thing. You have to pass that Dosecalc exam in order to stay in your program. Okay? Annalena, yay! May 30th. Congratulations. Will DeBourne, thumbs up. Does that mean that you're starting nursing school? When do you start, or do you know yet? The thing that you need to focus on, like I said, is Dosecalc, because Dosecalc you have to pass that exam in order to stay in your program. It's just how it is. So that is the number one thing that you need to be focusing on. And just like I said, we have that full Dosecalc course inside the community for you. You have to go through it, my friends. It's going to, we hear all the time from students, I wish I had joined this sooner. Don't be one of those people. Don't email me and say, I wish I joined this sooner. I want you to join now so that you're prepared for when you take your Dosecalc exam, okay? Not fail your Dosecalc exam, jump into the community, and then do all the practice problems before your retake. No. Let's just pass it the first time, okay? We're going to walk you through how to do that inside the community. I do not want you to get in that sticky spot, all right? Don't get yourself into a pickle in your term, all right? We don't want to be playing catch up. We want to be proactive. So make sure that you jump into the community now, be proactive, use the resources so that you can pass your exams at the start. So you don't get midway through your program, midway through your term, and are kind of right in the line, right? And then you have to get a 95% on your final. That's not the place you want to be in, right? So join the community now. Let us help you, give you all the resources you need to pass, and then just fly away. Be a rock star, my friend. You're going to do great, because we're here to hold your hand the whole way through. So Dosecalc is exactly it. That is exactly what you're going to want to focus on. Okay, my friends, Matthew's going to be back on Wednesday. In the meantime, post your questions. Maybe I'll post some of my stories. DM me your questions for the next live on Wednesday, or post them on YouTube, because I think Matthew will schedule these lives. He will schedule the Wednesday live. Also, I wanted to mention to our Nursing SOS members, I'm doing a coaching call with you on Wednesday. So if you are a Nursing SOS member, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern, I will be inside the community coaching you. So make sure if you can join, if you want to join that, come on. It's going to be great. That's inside our Nursing SOS membership community. So if you are a member, I will be doing live coaching on Wednesday. So it's going to be super, super fun. All right, friends, I will see you there. I will see you on Wednesday in the morning for this same time, same place, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. Thanks for joining me. Matthew will be back on Wednesday. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye. Goodbye, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out with me. Take care.